We are live, middle of Santa Monica Mountains, nestled between Malibu, Santa Monica, beautiful Palisades. I'll give it a minute, pick up some live viewers. Hey, if you're out there, say hello. Let me know what city you are from. Ola, good to see you. Connor, good to see you. Michelle, good to see you. Jackie, hello. Let me show you this amazing view right now from Santa Monica. Yep, there's the amazing view. We got June gloom in early this year. Fog is in thick this morning, but through the fog, there's ocean out there. And still a beautiful day. Hey, everybody. I'm picking up some live viewers here. Good to see you. Gabby from Maryland. Adrian, good to see you. We got Mexico, Leon in the house. Michelle, awesome to have you. Detroit, Jackie, good to see you. You guys will give it another couple seconds here. Pick up some live viewers. Thank you guys for joining. Go ahead and leave a comment what city you're from. Would love to see who is watching this. I'll wave to some people. Marco, good to see you. Italy in the house. Michelle, awesome to have you. Okay, so here's a question. How do I find out what I'm really meant to do? That's a tough one. You guys, that question comes into my Messenger and Instagram DM literally every couple days as a response to people watching the TED Talk that I put out last year. How many of you guys have seen my TED Talk? Went out last year. It's actually coming up on 500,000 views. I think it'll hit 500,000 here in the next month or two, which is awesome. Not even a year old, but put out a TED Talk last year on a topic I'm super passionate about, which is really making the shift from living a life of supposed to finding what I call you're meant to. And because I put out that topic, and I don't know if you call that viral, but it's definitely getting shared a lot. It's resonating with a lot of people. The question that ends up in my Messenger and Instagram DMs a lot is, Blake, I got inspired, that really spoke to me. You articulated what I've been thinking and feeling, but the question is how, right? How do I find what I, as an individual, am really meant to do? You guys, that's a tough one. That's a deep one. I'm going to do my best here with this live to give you maybe just some practical tips on how you can move in that direction just based on my own experience. 19 years I've stewed on that question. 19 years I've been on that journey, how you make that shift from kind of the supposed to the meant to. And I've found certain conversations we can ask ourselves that act more like a compass. So let me ask you, if I could give you a compass that at least moves you in the right direction, at least gives you signs and hints when you're going the wrong way and can move you in the right way toward the life you're meant to live, would that help you? Would that benefit you? Give me some hearts. I see some hearts out there. Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. If I can give you a compass, if you feel that would be beneficial to you, because I'm going to do my best to answer that question here today. How do I figure out what I'm really meant to do? Let me digress and tell a quick story. This was a story of a conversation that happened yesterday. So yesterday I had one of my longtime friends, like long time friends, like someone that I grew up with. I think we have known each other since age 5 when we were playing t-ball together. And we've managed to stay friends through all the years, even though we obviously have our own lives, our own families, different parts of the city. And, last time I had a conversation with this individual, he was super happy. At least he appeared to be super happy. He was happy with his job. He was killing it in his career. He was making more money than he'd ever made. He was happy with his career path. And, family's doing amazing. Kids are amazing. And just felt like he was on cloud 9. He was crushing it in life. And then I had a conversation yesterday that kind of caught me off guard. And it was a conversation where he's like, yo, Blake, I took leave from my work. I told my boss I was done. He doesn't know it, but I'm, not going back. And I just can't. I'm like, whoa, what's up, brother? Last time we talked, everything was great. What happened? He's like, you know what? Even though the money was great and I was making more than I ever imagined, even though I was at the top of the ladder, the environment in there wasn't a place that I wanted to be and wasn't a place I saw myself growing. I didn't like the environment that was happening, the way people were being treated. It didn't align with who I am and the values that I have. And on the flip side, he told me, and this was interesting coming from this individual, he's like, you know what, I don't know what hit me, but something hit me that I think I am meant for something more. And he started telling me about this feeling he had, this vision he had about going like a completely different direction. He's very passionate about the environment and wants to go make a real impact on the environment and what's going on today with trash in our seas. And this is like a total departure from the direction in the career that he was in. And I'm like, man, that is an inspiring story. Someone that top of a ladder, financially secure, making the money, all of a sudden came to a realization that he was going down a wrong path, and he had a calling, a feeling, an intuition that there was another path he was meant to be on. And he was willing to say, hey, I'm going to draw a line in the sand and go a completely different direction, at a different phase in life, with obligations, with family, with bills, right? With everything else we all have to worry about. And you guys, that was just an inspiring story. And how many people out there are in a similar situation where maybe you're in a comfortable place? It's not bad, right? The nail's not digging deep. We're not in a whole lot of pain. And unfortunately, a lot of times when we're in our comfort zone, right, where the pain's not deep enough, but we're getting by, but still feeling unfulfilled and not moving toward what we want, sometimes that's the hardest place to be, because it's the hardest place to shift out of. And the last thing that he said in our message, and he sent me a text, he said, Blake, I've never felt more alive. You guys, I want you to think about that word. What does that word mean to you? Give me some comments out there. If I just say the word alive, feeling alive, being alive, what does that word mean to you? Give me some comments. Give me some participation. I'm reading this. Hello, Wonder Tips. Good to see you out there. Adam, good to see you, brother. Always love your comments and engagement out there on my posts. Good to see you, Gouldy. What does it mean to feel fully alive? If I say that word to you, give me some comments. I know all of us know what it feels to not feel alive. A lot of times not feeling alive manifests itself in, symptoms that we give terms to, right? Not feeling alive. One of the trending topics on LinkedIn this last week was, man, how do I find meaning in work, right? The opposite of that would be kind of unfulfillment, stagnant, mediocrity, complacency. I think that would be the opposite of feeling alive. Gallup is an amazing organization. They did a poll that said right now today, 85%, right, of the world are disengaged at work. 85% are disengaged or actively disengaged at work. Goes along with, hey, people are out there running motions, running routine, not finding meaning. The happiness index, which rates happiness in countries all around the world, released a study recently that said 1 out of every 3 Americans is happy, which means that 2 out of every 3 Americans is unhappy, right? An equivalent of that, we have depression right now. They're saying that 300 million people on the planet are diagnosed with depression. There's probably more that are undiagnosed, and that's growing every single day. This is the opposite of feeling alive. I read one of my favorite books. If you guys want to pick up a good read, Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Chronicles what people feel and say in kind of the final moments of their life after they're able to reflect on all their time on this planet. The number one consistent pattern regret of the dying is, I wish I had the ability to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. You guys, you look at all of these, what I would call symptoms, whether it be lack of fulfillment, lack of meaning at work, unhappiness, call it depression, call it regret. To me, these are the opposite. These are the antonym. These are the other side of the coin of what it means to be and feel alive. To me, these are all symptoms of not being alive, not feeling alive. If I were to provide my thesis, here's my thesis for life. Okay, let me boil down. Here's my Buddha moment. Okay, life philosophical. If I were to have a thesis for what it means, right? What does life really mean? What is the point of life? Here's how I boil it down to. I'll keep it really, really simple. The entire point of having a life is to feel fully alive. That's the way I look at it. The whole point of having a life is to feel fully alive. What's the point of living? What's the point of breathing? What's the point of waking up? What's the point of going through every day? What's the point of having a life if we don't feel like we are alive? Martin Luther King, Most of us die at age 21. We just don't bury them until they're 60 or 70. Same thing. We might be breathing, but we're not alive. So obviously, guys, the question comes down to how in the world do we feel alive? Let me digress back to where I started. To me, the answer is moving toward our meant to. That is the how. Said the other way, the reason we don't feel alive and it manifests itself in lack of fulfillment, lack of meaning, lack of passion, depression, unhappiness, insert the symptom. It's because we are not moving toward our meant to. Guys, let's face it. There's only two beliefs you can have. You can believe that everything happens randomly, or you can believe that everything happens for a reason. There's only one or two beliefs you can have. You can believe that everything is a miracle, or nothing's a miracle. That's it. There's only two ways to think of it. Either we're all just a bunch of, random collection of atoms randomly bumping into each other every single day for no rhyme or reason, or there's a greater plan. There's a meant to. I choose to believe the latter. I believe that you, David, yes, you, Avizo, right? Yes, you, Dr. Bruce, yes, you, all of you watching this right now, I believe that you are here for a reason. I believe that you were given talents and gifts for a reason. I believe that you have those feelings of intuition, that gut check, for a reason. I believe there are people that have come in and out of your life for a reason. I believe all that happens for a reason. Why would you not believe that? How many of you guys are with me right now? You're aligned that you take that latter philosophical approach, that latter belief system, that you know what? There might just be a greater reason that you are who you are, you do what you do, you believe what you believe. You guys, I call that you're meant to. It's the what you're meant to do. It's the who you're meant to be. It's the life you're meant to live. So the entire point of feeling alive and being alive is a really easy answer. You have to be moving in the direction of your meant to. And my opinion, when people feel the opposite, bucket it as unhappiness, lack of fulfillment, lack of energy, lethargy, depression, right? All these other symptoms, I believe it's because they're going in a direction away from their meant to, and that is them, their body, their mind, their soul telling them they're going the wrong way, and we ignore the signs. We mask the signs, we diagnose the signs, we medicate the signs. Instead of fixing the root of the problem, you're going the wrong direction. We got to make a shift from going in the direction of supposed to moving toward you're meant to. You make that shift, the symptoms tend to disappear. If this is resonating, if you guys are with me, if you guys are getting this, give me some hearts, give me some likes, give me some feedback if you're following. If I'm on 30,000 foot, if I'm on Mars, right, and you're like, I don't know what this guy's talking about, right? Hey, tell me. But if this is making sense, give me some feedback. Let me give you the compass, right? Now, we've all heard, okay, align your mind, body, and soul, right? That's good. I believe in all of that. Let me make it more practical. What do you think? What do you do? Who are you being? That's it, right? What are you thinking? What are you doing, literally? Who are you being? And generally, what you think and what you do equals who you are being. So you have to filter every single day. What are you thinking right now? What are you doing right now? Who are you being right now? Let me give you the compass. On one side of the compass, I call it you're supposed to. Okay? Let's say that's the south end, okay? The direction you don't want to go. I'll give you the three forces that push you generally in the wrong direction. These are the three forces I've found that push most people towards supposed to, push them in the wrong way, away from true north, away from their meant to. Okay, I'll give you them. Okay, number one, people. The people around us. Generally, they're the people that were around us in early phases of life. Our parents, our teachers, our mentors. A lot of times those people gave us the script of who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, right? The life we're supposed to live. And there's nothing wrong with those people. They probably did it with the best intentions. They probably did it because they love us. But here's the problem at a high level. The more you try to inform others of who they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do, the more you deprive them of figuring out who they're meant to be for themselves. So guys, here's the reality. If what you're thinking and what you're doing is in response to what the people around you, past or present, think it's what you're supposed to do, if they're pushing you in a direction, giant indicator, you're probably going the wrong way. So you got to ask yourself, is what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, who I'm being, because it's what my parents want me to be, my teachers want me to be, my boss want me to be, my friends want me to be, my peer want me to be, am I chasing supposed to? If it is, giant red flag, you're probably going the wrong way. Second indicator that pushes us in supposed to would be public institutions, right? Schools, corporate America, work systems, political systems, media systems, right? The society around us that puts systems in place to create a script for us to follow. I talk a lot about this and where it came from and why it was written in my TED Talk. You guys can watch it. But again, if you realize that what you're doing, what you're thinking is because of the institutions around you, it's probably the wrong direction. You're following a lane that someone drew on the road for you to follow. It's probably not the lane you're meant to go down. And then lastly, a big one that influences us every single day, our news feeds, right? Our phones, our dings, our notifications, our television, propaganda. Propaganda. You can call it marketing. I call it propaganda. You call it politics. I call it propaganda. Propaganda. Facts, figures, stories, rhetoric, trying to influence in a certain direction. Okay? You got to build a propaganda filter. If you're getting moved every day because of FOMO, if you're getting moved every day because of other people's propaganda, if you're getting easily influenced, you're probably moving in the wrong direction. Guys, those three things, people, public institutions, propaganda, in my opinion, are the biggest things that generally push people in the wrong direction. Said simply, if you're reacting every day, the things you're thinking, the things you're doing, who you're being is in response to those three things, it's probably a good indicator you're going the wrong way. The compass is driving you the wrong direction. Check in, question, check up for the neck up, participate, be honest with yourself. Which one of those is affecting you most right now? Comment. The people around you, they pushing you in a direction that maybe is opposite of you're meant to? The public institutions, structures around you, are they pushing you in a direction that's probably not what you're meant to go? Propaganda, are you victim, right, of things hijacking your emotions and, posts and tweets and news headlines, right? Which one right now is pushing you in the wrong direction the most? Be honest, check in, don't lie. Most people fall into those categories. Okay, so let me give you true north. So, okay, Blake, you gave me what pushes me in the wrong direction. How do I find the right direction? Here's the right direction. Let me give you true north as you're meant to. Okay, how do you know you're going the right way? Let me get to the root of the question. Blake, how do I find my meant to? Well, I gave you half the equation. You find you're meant to by stop going the wrong way, okay? So if you're going the wrong way, stop. Let's go the right way. Let me give you 3 indicators that you're going the right way toward your meant to, okay? Number 1, potential. Moving toward your potential. Your potential. Well, how do I know what my potential is? You got to tap into what your natural talents and gifts are. Guys, we all have talents. We all have gifts. We have unique gifts and unique talents. The problem is we look at other people with other talents and we compare ourselves in categories we shouldn't be in. Why are you comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 22? You guys, people have different gifts. Celebrate their gifts. Find your lane. Stay in your lane. You are better at many things than other people. Problem is we compare ourselves in things that we shouldn't be comparing ourselves in. I'm a big Gallup fan, Gallup Strength Finder. You guys can go check out strengthfinder.com. It's something that got turned on to me by John C. Maxwell. I've used it in all my partnerships and all my companies. I went out there and became a certified trainer in it because I was just fascinated with the subject. It's kind of like the cheat sheet way to find out what your natural talents and gifts are. Go check it out if you haven't. But if you don't take the assessment that just gives you the answers, you know what your talents and gifts are. You got to be moving in the direction of what you are naturally gifted at. You were given those for a reason. Stop trying to fix your weakness. Focus on your strength. Strengthen strength. Stop trying to figure out what was left out of you and start focusing on what was left in you. That's the number 1 indicator. One of the worst wastes of life is people spend their life in a lane that isn't in alignment with their potential. And you're going to struggle and it's not going to feel right. And your body's going to be telling you you're going the wrong way. Yet so many people work. following the script from their parents and the propaganda that they're going the wrong way. Make the shift. So first thing, you got to be moving in the alignment of your potential, which really comes down to your natural talents and gifts, because that's how you're going to reach your highest potential. Second thing that moves you toward your meant to, your passion. What do I mean by your passion? The things that make you happy, the things that you love. You guys know this stuff. And again, it's different for all of us, but all of us have it. What's your passion? Okay? What do you love to do? What sets you on fire? What ignites you? What creates that spark? What makes that burn? That's your passion. Again, you can believe that it's just your body making funny feelings, or you can believe it's trying to tell you something. You were given that for a reason, to give you the compass to move you in the direction. You got to align your potential with your passion. The things that you're great at and the things that you love to do. And lastly, your purpose. Your passion is what you love, what makes you happy. Your passion kind of gives you the internal. Your purpose is about others. Your purpose is about service. Your purpose is about impact. What can you contribute beyond just yourself to the people around you? And that can be your neighbors, your community, your organization, your city, your state, your country, the world. But it's got to be in service of others. That's what a purpose is. A purpose or a calling is never about self. It's about not just what can happen to you, but what can happen through you to other people. So you guys, those three things, potential, passion, purpose, when those are in alignment, you're doing what you're meant to do. You're being who you're meant to be. You're living the life you're meant to live. When those are in alignment, guys, there's no such thing as meaningless work, meaningless life. Depression goes away. Your energy's at an all-time high. You feel it. You feel alive. You feel alive. Because you're moving toward what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be. So guys, that's the compass that I've found works for me. Like, how do you figure this stuff out? Struggle. Where'd you come to the conclusion? Struggle. Been through the journey. Same thing. 19 years, guys. 19 years. First 18 years of my life chasing a supposed to. Last 19 years of my life chasing a meant to. Struggle. That's it. Not original thinking. Just a lot of learning, a lot of listening, a lot of mentors, and a lot of testing and struggle. And that's what works for me. You guys tell me, does that work for you? Does that give you a framework? It's a compass, okay? South is you're supposed to, right? It's heading to you're supposed to. If you're moving or getting pushed in that direction because of people, public institutions, or propaganda, ding, 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 sound the alarms, red alert, you're going the wrong way. True north is you're meant to. You're meant to is an alignment of your potential, your passion, your purpose. When you're going that direction, it feels right. When you're going that direction, right, you make an impact. When you're going that direction, you achieve excellence. When you're going that direction, success comes because you love what you do. You're going that direction. Not only do you feel fulfillment, you're making an impact to others. You're going that direction, guys. The world opens up, doors open up, energy flows in your favor when you're going that direction. When you're going the wrong way, you feel it and it manifests. Unhappiness, depression. When you're going the right way, you feel it and it manifests, right? Energy, impact. That's the way this works. The number one regret would be spending your life running the wrong way, climbing the wrong mountain, following the wrong compass, as opposed to spending your life becoming who you're meant to be. Because the whole point of having a life is to feel alive. And the only way you feel alive is to move toward your meant to. Okay, guys, I've been talking for a long time. I want to know what you guys have. Does that help you shift the script of mindset? If it does, let me know. If you guys believe in the philosophy, you want to feel more alive, That's my suggestion. I gave you the compass. I gave you what has worked for me. Hey, if you got value from this, please share it. Let me know. I read all the comments. If you got value from it, I take the time really for no other offer. I'm not selling you anything. There's no, there's no sales pitch here. It's purely to offer value from personal experience and insight to help you on your journey, right? And to help articulate some of the things that I've learned on mine. So if you got value from it, please let me know. Please share this, right? So that way we can get some viewers out there. And if anybody in your life right now is really struggling, right? Maybe they're stuck in supposed to, they're getting pushed the wrong direction, and you want to help them get pulled in the right direction, share them this message, right? You could be the hero. You could be the person that's sharing one little message can help them make the shift. And all you got to do is press share for someone you think and care about. So feel free to share this message. I'm going to get back to my run. You guys have an amazing day. Thanks for all of you that watched this live. Adrian, amazing. Thanks for those of you guys that stayed through. Adam, you're a rock star, right? Jamie, you're a rock star. Thanks for all of you guys. Share, tag, have an amazing day. And hey, find your true north. Let's move you to your meant to. The point of having a life is feeling alive, and that's the way you do it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.